Hi, my name is Lynn Kitchen, and I am here with my friend Tilak Fernando, and I'm going to be asking him some questions that I call the FAQs, the most frequently asked questions. So welcome, Tilak.
Thank you, Lynn.
I'm just going to jump in, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Some of the most frequently asked questions that people have for you is when they come to work with you, they're usually coming with some kind of a problem. And maybe it's an emotional problem of anger or depression, or we've all been taught that in order to make a change in our life, you have to change a paradigm. And usually what that means, or at least that's the teaching of the personal development field today, usually what that means is that you have to change your self-image before you can actually change your circumstances. And I wanted to ask you if you could help us to really understand how you think that we can change our thinking and our feelings.
Thank you. That's a brilliant question, Lynn. Part of the thing to understand is you can't just change one thing and become something, because continuously you keep changing in life. Continuously you are changing. Every day you are changing. So if you try to become somebody then it is almost like a imitation or following something. No, you have to actually become your presence, your true presence. And that is actually a very powerful way to say it. There is nothing to pretend, nothing to show to anybody. Then there is something very special about you come to the surface. So that's part of the way I see life. I see life as an invitation to be yourself. It is because we try to be something else other than our natural self, we are having trouble.
Well, what would you say about when people really struggle with their self-esteem? I've heard you talk about unworthinesses. Is it true that we all have unworthinesses almost as a human condition?
Of course, unworthiness is not a good or a bad thing. Unworthiness is like a shadow. Whenever you stand in sunlight, there is always a shadow. And we can't actually blame the shadow and say, I am okay, but my shadow looks bad. Shadow means actually it's a reflection of your being or your energy or your presence. So the unworthiness is not actually a feeling of inferiority. Unworthiness simply means you are imperfect. Unworthiness means you are imperfect. And there is no perfection in life. So unworthiness is actually a way it triggers for you to sense something other than your imperfection. And that will be actually understanding, for example, your existence here and where you are right now and your presence. So that is called sensing. Sensing is actually a feeling. It's a sense of sensibility. So that actually gives you a way of really coming out of trying to pretend and trying to show anything. So when you have nothing to prove to anybody anymore, you are at ease with yourself. So that's one of the most important one to understand. You don't have to prove to anybody or show to anybody anything. And that's what actually brings you a lightness. Lightness comes actually when you don't have to exert any energy either to maintain or to show something. And that's very important in my work. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Just to let the viewers know, right where I'm filming, there's actually a very, very big thunderstorm and electric storm. So if you see some problems in the reception, don't worry, it'll be temporary.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, this is important enough for you to stay focused here with us. Because what I want to ask you next, Tilak, is what can we do, or what would you tell us that we can do or come to know that could actually change either depressions or angers or mind attacks?
Well, in very simple terms, wherever you are in life, life is inviting to you do something. Life is inviting you. And when I say life inviting you, there is something that will come into your life right now, right this today, that will get your natural focusing to come. Your focusing should be natural. You are trying to actually focus on many things because you feel out of balance or something is missing. So if your focus is natural, then actually it's a very powerful way. You can call it is a connection. Then you are connecting into a field. It's not like connecting into some idea or something or other things. When your focus is natural, you are in a state of innocence. Then you are innocent because you are fascinated by, oh wow, whatever you see or feel feels very right. And that's what I call it focusing. Focusing actually gives you a very powerful way. Most of the things doesn't happen because we are not truly at ease with ourselves. At ease with ourselves. We don't let gravity take care of us. We are telling to gravity, no, I wanted to move towards left, towards right. I'm balancing. No. Gravity means actually a sense of at ease with your present, sense of feeling right. So innocence is actually not a naiveness. Innocence means actually very powerful fascination to life. So the fascination actually makes you realize at this moment a sense of tenderness towards you. You have to be tender towards you in order to have a good time. You have to have a certain attention to your own presence, a regard and admiration to your being. And that will be very powerful way of actually acknowledging your presence. Because the innocence doesn't mean actually something naive or other thing. Innocence actually is the way we can really unleash like a focus into the fascination. Because then it will ignite fire. See, mostly actually we don't have a fire to ignite. Only because we have used the fire to all kinds of various other things. We have used the fire not to actually for discovery or search or some kind of a way that we have opened another way. We have used the fire telling we are too cold, we have to be warm, we can't see things, so I need to ignite fire. So you have already used so much energy. You have already used so much energy. But as a result, we are not excited about life as a detection. You have to uncover, find out, discover something about your presence that will be very powerful for you to feel it. And that is the way you are coming in connection with your own innocence. And innocence means then actually when you are having innocence, you don't have a memory. You are not about your past or other thing. Innocence doesn't come out of anything in the past. Innocence come out of your really right now, innocence right now here. So that is very powerful to discovery, invention. And that's the most powerful way how you can feel your presence. And because to feel in your presence is a courage. You need courage to feel your presence. You need courage. Courage is like a red flame, but it can come only out of orange flame. Orange flame is or a recognition. I mean, normally when we see a fire, it is not like a huge red. Mostly now in the winter, it's not a winter time when we set a fire, mostly it is orange. And the intensity makes it red. And that way actually you have a different, deeper excitement and a fascination for life. And that's the one that is needed to have to come out of actually all kinds of nonsense we are saying to ourselves.
Okay, so you're saying
one other thing is a very very powerful myth we have. We have a myth actually we should contain an intention, some kind of intention, and we should Visualize that, and then it will manifest.
That's exactly what I wanted to ask next. Is there actually a fundamental rule for manifesting what you do want?
Yeah. So if there is actually a fundamental rule to manifest whatever we want, life will be very different.
That would be easy then, right?
Yeah, there are no rules, because each person has their own, what I call a spectrum. The spectrum is like a geometrical diagram that keeps changing all the time. It's like two triangles intercepting on a circumference within. So it's very fascinating. We have all these intentions and other things. Those intentions are very purposeful, willful, deliberate things we wanted to have because something is not right. Our intentions are coming out of a lack of something, not the presence of something. You see? So intentions are having, I don't have money, I wanted to get money somehow, but I don't have energy, I had to do this. Like all kinds of intentions we have. So our intentions are not pure.
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying then that in order to have what we do want, that it is an appreciation of our presence from which then we begin to realize the great stuff rather than intentions, which comes from lack?
Correct. But when I say you have to realize actually not about you. You have to realize the incredible fascination for life. Not your life, life. See, we don't care about what is life. We truly don't care about history. We are caring about history only because we are frightened. We don't actually care about history otherwise. We care about things because that's a very selfish way of preserving ourselves. So all the things what we are doing now, one word is natural, selfish and self-motivated. That is okay. That is the nature of a cell or a unit or a way that is there. But in order to experience an incredible way, we have to fall into the flow of the evolution, not the flow of actually a running river is going here and there, you know. If you are getting carried with your emotions or something like a river you are running, it is okay. Sooner or later, you are going to get very tired of swimming. Sooner or later, you are going to get actually bruises and everything. So all the things actually what we are doing in life is very personal. But if you have a non-personal interest to life, but for example, if you can be fascinated by space or airplanes or how a plane can fly, how actually a tree exists, how the things there. There's something very innocent about it, but also it triggers something very exciting to you. In front of me are two guys who are actually experts in airplanes and space. That's why I'm talking also about them. But because then actually what they are discovering, uncovering and unearthing about the space or the dynamics they are seeing about how a plane can fly, it is not just a personal excitement or a fascination. Then it is actually disclosing and detecting something of their own life. Something of their own life. Where is your life? Your life is imperfect. Understand this. Your life is imperfect. It doesn't mean it is good or bad. You are being challenged by many things right now. By your age, by your physical energy, what you have, your family situations. Your family situation, no family has you are not a center of a circle in any family. Because the center of a circle is there, but you don't have a perfect circumference. Your circumference is here and there is bended. It's not somebody's fault. It's the nature of life. But your fascination and love for life, what you have in recognition, can totally change how you feel about your family and your presence. And that's what I'm trying to say into it. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so we have an okay life, and some of us have okay, great circumstances. Some of us have not so great circumstances, but all in all, it's pretty much an okay life. We certainly have privileged life, especially in this country. But is there a way to really give us a new blast of this fascination that you're talking about, or some way to actually give us a fresh start so that we ascend to a new way of feeling our own life?
Very nice point, Lynn. That's a very nice point. We have a good life. We have an okay life. We are okay. But truly speaking, we are okay, but we are not appreciating. We are complaining about being okay. We are whining and cranky about being okay. We are not actually telling to our presence or to life that we are very appreciative. You don't show gratitude, thankfulness, acknowledgement, recognition, tribute that your life is okay. So therefore, actually, there's something missing in it. When you can appreciate and experience the radiance of your life, and then only actually automatically, naturally, you find you are at the center of a circle. Otherwise, always you are running around the circumference, trying to fix something in your life. So in a very wild way, the nature says, unless you appreciate, you are not attracting intelligence. You can't be inviting the life force to engage with you. You can't be actually fascinating and adoring the nature of actually the laws. So although you know the laws, what laws? Laws of physics or laws of chemistry or whatever you know, they become very mechanical, mundane level equations. If you can really realize what is cause and effect even, like every action has equal and opposite reaction, that should thrill you. That should excite you. Just knowing that every action has equal and opposite reaction. You don't have to know E equals MC square because you don't know what that means. You don't have to feel that. But even if you know just fundamental chemistry of your own presence, that should excite you. We are always actually looking for things and not admiring and appreciating what you are having or what you have. And as a result, you are going through various other waves that is sent by intelligence, waves of imperfection, waves of unpredictability, waves of impermanency. Then you get into these waves and go down. Those waves are the one that the intelligence is providing you to surf on the horizons to other side. Those are the waves that are actually coming to your life. You are trying to run away, no. Those are the waves. You act because you are complaining actually. And oh, my family is but my ex is bad, my this so bad. There's nothing bad about it. Your life is a perfect setup. Oh no, I don't want to love these people. I can't stand. No, it is for you to exercise unconditional love. It is for you to exercise not patience. There is no word called patience. Patience, the word is created because you don't have any patience. That's why. The word patience was created because there is nothing called patient. I have to be patient. No, you have to be connected. If you are connected, there is nothing called patience exists because then you are getting carried away. You are getting carried away. You actually have a word called patience only because you are angry. You are angry with yourself and with other people. You resent. So you create all kinds of other things that is there. But the life is actually more than fair. Life loves you. You don't feel actually. You are saying, no, life has treated me bad. I don't have this. I don't have that. Life cannot believe the things you are telling because it has sent you so many gifts. You actually open the parcel and say, I don't see anything. There's nothing in there. So you threw away. But that was the biggest gift life sent you. You open and experience, there's nothing. There's nothing in the envelope. There's nothing. I gave my friend Carol to open a white envelope when she went to Egypt in the pyramids. She thought it contains the most powerful wisdom or a couple of $100 or other things. So she went to the pyramid. This is many years back. In a bizarre way, she opened the envelope. There was nothing. There was nothing inside the envelope. She has incredible brilliance. She said she laughed for about 3 hours. So, I mean, that's very, very important. Nothing doesn't mean absence. Nothing means openness. Nothing means openness. Openness is the antidote to fear. Fear, it doesn't go by solutions or remedies. The only way the fear doesn't exist is in absolute openness. Your heart should be open. You are full of ideas and beliefs and all other things. Those ideas and beliefs and other things, truly speaking, has contributed very little to your life. What actually you have to experience is right now, you are ready to fall in love with life. And life has always wanted you to fall in love with her. And now, or him. Now is the time actually you can do that. And this is why my work with actually what I do with you guys is actually a way how you can sense and feel your invitation to life. Sense and feel the sensibility. It's like a mood, it's like atmosphere, it's like an emotional climate. You can feel it. You can feel it.
That leads me to, I think, one of the most important questions, and we'll close on this question. And I know that we'll have more sessions like this, but is it possible, you're talking about fascination and really becoming aware of how life is your gift, but you have this fascination with life. We watch you and you become so animated, Tilak, with a fascination for life that is beyond what one normally gets introduced to. And it's, of course, it's appealing and it's attractive, and we want more of that. And that's why I think we're attracted to you, because you seem to have that electric energy. But is it possible for us to feel the same way, the same grace, the same appreciation or fascination with life that you have? I mean, you seem to have it naturally, but is there a way that we normal folks can feel the grace, the kind of grace that you seem to know and feel?
Sure, you can. I mean, fascination comes where you are. For example, right now, I just realized I am just sleeping because I am sitting at the edge of the chair, which was very funny.
Yes, that's right.
I feel like, oh, I'm going. No, I was sitting at the edge of the chair because I got excited by talking to you. You see? So, I mean, it's something that's so powerful to realize about life is, number one, to come out of one word, come out of beliefs. If you want to have good life, you have to come out of belief. Beliefs are not just religion or other things. Can you see me clearly, Lynn?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Beliefs are not just politics or religions. Or beliefs are all kinds of conviction, dogma, opinions, judgment. They are various views. They are stories. And since belief doesn't contain any substantial energy, all the beliefs are like soap bubbles. So you can play with it, then it bursts, then it bursts. So therefore, it has given us various ways, what is called like a false hope that made us angry.
Yes.
You believe in so many things and it never worked. You believe in various guys, various stories, various things. It never worked. So it actually gave rise to a sense of disappointment and anger.
Yeah.
So now that anger and thing is actually eating you up, it was eating your magical child. So magical child is our power of innocence to discover without any kind of a verbal or mental understanding. So it's emotional energy, emotional appreciation. So this is why actually, I mean, with me, I had a very powerful sweetness to life. I felt very excited about life. So that excitement for life is in every human being. It's in every human being. It's not just with me. But there is something that is holding you is you are incredibly, with or without you know it, you have various types of emotional masturbations. They are just, you are addicted to various forms of thinking and thoughts. And it's very difficult to come out of it. That is why when people come to me, when I tap them and open them, they experience a huge difference. Because why? That just went away from your cells. So they experience an incredible sense of a coolness and lightness and a charge. If you have actually nothing, then you are in a charge. You feel like you have to have something. Actually, you should not have anything. No, I'm not talking about substance. I'm talking about your emotional space. So, I mean, that's the way that when I say nothing, nothing means not the zero, not the absence, just the openness only, openness only. Otherwise, the camera lens is clogged with so many other ideas and other things. So, this is why it is so powerful to see that life is actually invitation. It is constantly sending you to think, recognizing, to acknowledge, realize, and various way how we can open our comprehension, perception, understanding. So we are having a good time. But the difference is what the time you had earlier was very mechanical. You got used to it actually, very mechanical way of thinking and feeling. So as a result, all our projections, whether with your work or other thing, they are mostly actually fantasies. They are not real. So most of the time, with or without our knowledge, even the people we date or go after, they are actually a completion of some kind of a emotional illusion or a fantasy. So they last for a little while and then they burst. And then we have to restart again, you see. So the most of the powerful thing comes by our ability to just feel our presence. In your presence, you don't have a memory. You sense about who you are right now without any relationship to past or the future. If you can think about what is the last time you sense yourself without the past or the future? You can't even imagine that way. Oh,
no,
yeah,
right.
right now,
You're
like,
right.
yeah. If you can sense your presence without the past or the future, it will ignite a very different kind of a fire. This fire is not for survival. This fire is to illuminate the circumference around you. We always carry some kind of a shadow when we walk. That shadow is actually part of the nature that's coming out of our fragile nature of life. It is not a good or a bad thing. If you stand in the sunlight, there is a shadow. There is a shadow, but you don't have a shadow if you are in darkness. Then actually you are not looking for a shadow. Darkness is not a darkness. Darkness is when we coil up at night to go to sleep so we can regenerate and come back. But the light actually what we need to have and see is not a sunlight. It is a light that should come out of our transparency. Transparency means actually we are porous. Porous means we are made out of billions of emptiness. We are made out of billions of particles. All those particles are empty. The smallest particles, they are empty actually. They are particles, not atoms I'm talking about. They are actually inside every cell. Those particles contain a very powerful mass, a charge, and one other thing. The last thing the particle contain is a spin. It's a spin. There is a mass, a charge, and a spin in our particles. If you are at ease, we feel it. And that is called the fifth force. That is called the fifth force. The fifth force is actually the force that is not connected to the most powerful four forces. They are gravity, electromagnetic force, strong force, and the weak force. And the fifth force is what I call love. Love is
Oh,
the fifth force. Love is our fifth force. Love is not just an emotion, it's a force. Love is a force. And in a very innocent, fascinating way, I was blessed to experience all the five forces since I was a child. And then I felt actually welcome to life. Welcome to life. All throughout my life. It doesn't mean I did not have challenges and provocations and other things. Challenges and provocations only come if you are truly welcome to life. They come as a way of actually giving you more access to play with life, not to bring you down. Understand the difference. Understand the difference. The difference is actually most people with the access of the great forces, gravity, electromagnetic force, strong force, and the weak force, they don't even have access to even two normally, because they are just distracted and distorted by life, because they don't think about imperfection, unpredictability, impermanency as their catalysts or openings to life. They think of them as waves trying to shut them off.
yes.
They are not. There are no waves in life that is against you. Understand this. There are no waves in life that is against you. There are always waves in life that is to bring you from where you stand into a great horizon. It actually horizon. So normally actually, we are diving into the waves and the waves go through us. No, these waves are coming to take you from where the waves came from. Waves came from horizons. And so these horizons are not the distance there. By contacting the wave itself, you will experience and realize the fifth force that is normally not visible or normally experienced by by us as a force. That is the force of love. Force of the love actually means no fear, no resistance to life. No fear, no resistance to life.
Wow,
It's
Tilak.
called merging together, merging together.
I just want to say this last few minutes has truly been a gift, and I want to thank you for giving of yourself so freely and beautifully. And your expressions truly are an opening for all of us to take the wave of this fifth force that you're talking about. We need to come back and have you just speak about that for 30 minutes. But we just want to thank you so much. Do you have just any final words to say for?
Yeah, my final word in life is, it is not Mission Impossible, which is a sign, which is just a movie or other things. Mission Impossible is just like all the movies are, they are good and exciting, but they don't necessarily change your life. What actually change your life is when you take the phrase, impossible is possible. Impossible is possible is your password. And that actually, moment actually you acknowledge impossible is possible, all the forces notice that you, oh my God, she got it, he got it, let's see how he's going to do it. Life watch you to see what's your next move. Only in one of a billion cases, life notice. Life has to notice you are different than rest of the 9 billion to notice. Otherwise, you are just the same piece going in the same way. You are just adapting and adjusting to challenges and provocation. But if you really go beyond, you are willing to die. You are not afraid. It's not about death. It's not about death. You have no fear. You are telling actually your presence, I'm ready, life. I'm ready. Come and checkmate me and let's see how we play the game. And then life loves you. I know life loved me throughout my life. Life loved me throughout my life, from my birth to today. And a time when I got absolutely innocent, absolutely helpless, then it came and lifted me in its arms and saved my life in so many occasions. That was called absolute surrender. I know what is absolute surrender. I had many occasions, And so that is actually how we live life. And this is actually why I am with you. Why I am with you is actually in a very powerful way to see that you have fun with life. Not trying to work hard and get spiritual, this or that. Or, I mean, those are all words we use. The real spiritual sacred means to know who you are. It's not about no God, no life, know who you are. If you know who you are, everything about you will disintegrate, not that you will die. All your beliefs, all the things you are holding, that you are holding to your dear life. Oh, I am this, and I have a job. Oh, I have a big park I maintain. I have a crazy husband driving me crazy. I have to handle him. I have this. Oh, my kids are wild. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that is actually part of an incredible presentation for you to actually enjoy your life and to cut through and feel it. Understand this. Life always loves you. And those who love life will find me. When you love life, you will find me. Finding me will be very tricky. It's not just for a fun of it or excitement, because if you really find me, that is actually a beginning of a journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tilak. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay.